Todd Chrisley spoke with Trump via FaceTime after prison pardon release. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Todd Chrisley shares President Trump's surprising first remark after prison pardon. Todd Chrisley, Julie Chrisley, and Savannah Chrisley get candid about working with President Trump on the reality star's pardon from prison. Just moments after he was released from federal prison for tax evasion and fraud charges, Todd Chrisley came face-to-face with the gracious man responsible for pardoning him and his wife, Julie Chrisley, President Donald Trump. In an exclusive interview with Fox News Digital, the Chrisley Knows Best star, who is currently promoting Lifetime's new docuseries, The Chrisleys, Back to Reality, alongside his family, opened up about the candid conversation he had with the president via FaceTime while still on prison grounds, revealed the unexpected comment he received, and detailed the humble side of Trump that the public rarely sees. He was very kind, as I've said before, and I'll say for the rest of my life. I'm grateful to President Trump because President Trump reunited my family, said Todd, who had just reunited with daughter Savannah Chrisley when he took the FaceTime call with Trump in May. And regardless of how you feel about leaning left, right, or whatever your political beliefs are, I don't know of anyone that's incarcerated that would turn down a pardon from President Trump. Todd Chrisley recalled his candid phone call with President Trump just moments after receiving a presidential pardon and walking free from prison. Lifetime/Getty Images. The Chrisleys, who rose to fame with their hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best, were convicted of federal bank fraud and tax evasion and had been serving prison time since their 2022 conviction. The couple, who have maintained their innocence, reported to prison on January 17, 2022, and were sentenced to 12 and 7 years, respectively. In May, Todd and Julie were released from federal prison after they received pardons from President Trump. It's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll try getting it done tomorrow, Trump told Chrisley's children, Savannah and Chase, in a phone call from the Oval Office that was posted on the X account of a White House aide. The post was captioned in part, "Trump knows best." Savannah, who has worked tirelessly to get her parents pardoned, told Fox News Digital that her various conversations with President Trump always made her feel heard. From left to right, Savannah, Grayson, Julie, and Todd Chrisley sit down for an interview with Fox News host Lara Trump after the pardon. Fox News/My View. For me, when I spoke to the president for the very first time, I like to tell people I was so shocked because it wasn't like I was having a conversation with the president, she said. It felt like I was having a conversation with my father. The president was asking me about how I had custody of my brother and sister and how much time my parents got. And he wanted to know the story, and he wanted to know how I was doing. So for that, he made me feel heard, she added. And for that, I will forever be grateful for him and Alice Johnson and everyone else who worked on the case and fought for my family. On May 28, Todd recalled waking up in prison, expecting to go about his daily routine. He never expected to walk out a free man. Listen, I've said again on our Chrisley Confessions 2.0 podcast that I've had so many Joseph moments in my life from the time this whole thing started, he said. And so you go to bed on May the 27th, and you know that on the 28th you're going to get up and do the same thing over and over and over again. That's not the way my life happened. My Joseph moment was getting up that morning and then that afternoon being told, "You've been pardoned. We've got to get you out of here," he continued. That's how quickly your life can change. When I spoke with President Trump via FaceTime, his first thing was, "Well, wow, you look great." And I was like, "Well, thank you." But he was very kind and very gracious. Todd Chrisley said he will forever be grateful to Trump for reuniting his family. The father of 6 said most of the public doesn't get to see that side of the president. We've been blessed to be able to see the kindness that President Trump has, Todd explained. We've been blessed to see a humble man behind the scenes. And again, I want to separate political beliefs and let's look at each other as human beings, as all children of God, and to lift each other up. I'm not looking to be divisive about anything, he added. So President Trump has been wonderful to us, and so has his family. Lara Trump has been wonderful to us, and we love her dearly. Todd Chrisley has once again found himself at the center of national attention, this time for a conversation that shocked both fans and critics alike. The reality television star, known for his hit series Chrisley Knows Best, reportedly spoke with former President Donald Trump via FaceTime following his highly publicized release from prison after receiving a presidential pardon. The unexpected interaction between the former reality show icon and the former commander-in-chief has set off a wave of public discussion about faith, forgiveness, and second chances in modern America. The reported call came just hours after Todd was officially released, marking the end of a turbulent chapter that saw him and his wife Julie serve prison sentences for financial crimes. According to those close to the Chrisley family, the FaceTime conversation was initiated as a personal gesture of goodwill from Trump, who had followed Todd's legal case closely in recent months. The two men, both known for their outspoken personalities and larger-than-life public images, reportedly shared an emotional exchange that blended gratitude, reflection, and a mutual understanding of redemption and resilience. In the call, Todd appeared visibly moved as he thanked Trump for believing in justice and giving his family what he described as a new beginning. Witnesses described the moment as deeply personal, with Todd expressing how his faith had carried him through the darkest days of incarceration. Trump, in turn, congratulated him on his strength and the unwavering loyalty of his family, telling Todd that America loves a comeback story. The former president also praised Todd's ability to maintain grace and dignity despite intense media scrutiny, adding that resilience and perseverance are what make people stronger in the face of adversity. For Todd, who has long described himself as a man of deep faith, the conversation seemed to symbolize both closure and renewal. Sources close to the Chrisleys said that after months of prayer and hope, the pardon felt like an answered prayer not only for Todd and Julie but for their entire family. The FaceTime call, brief but heartfelt, reportedly ended with both men exchanging blessings and expressing optimism about the future. "God bless you and your family," Trump said, to which Todd replied, "God bless America, and thank you for believing in second chances." The call has since become a trending topic online, reigniting conversations about the intersection of celebrity, politics, and redemption. Supporters of both men praised the exchange as a symbol of compassion and renewal, while critics questioned the timing and the motives behind the conversation. Yet even among the controversy, the emotional nature of the call cannot be denied. For Todd Chrisley, it represented the first time in years that he could speak freely from his own home without the restrictions of prison walls. Following his release, Todd appeared to be in a reflective mood, focusing on family and faith. His daughter Savannah Chrisley, who had been vocal throughout his incarceration, reportedly recorded part of the FaceTime call for the family's archives, describing it as a moment of pure gratitude and grace. Savannah later shared a heartfelt post thanking everyone who had prayed for her parents and supported them during their time apart. "This is just the beginning," she wrote. "We've been broken, but we've also been blessed. Our family is whole again." The Chrisleys' legal battle had dominated headlines for years, painting a complex picture of fame, wealth, and accountability. Todd and Julie were convicted on charges related to bank fraud and tax evasion, resulting in lengthy sentences that separated them from their children and fans. Throughout the ordeal, Todd maintained his innocence, insisting that his family had been unfairly targeted. During his time in prison, he reportedly devoted himself to prayer, reading scripture daily, and mentoring other inmates about faith and perseverance. Those close to him say that the experience transformed him, deepening his faith and strengthening his determination to rebuild his life with integrity. Now, with the presidential pardon clearing the path for his return, Todd appears ready to share his story on his own terms. Sources have hinted that he and Savannah are already in talks to produce a new docuseries focusing on faith, family, and redemption. The FaceTime call with Trump may even appear in the project as a pivotal moment symbolizing his transition from despair to hope. Insiders suggest that the former president's gesture could spark further collaboration or even a public appearance together, given both men's backgrounds in reality television and their shared belief in resilience through adversity. In the days since his release, Todd has been spotted spending time with his children and nanny Faye, enjoying simple moments that he says he once took for granted. Family gatherings, home-cooked meals, and quiet evenings have reportedly replaced the flashy lifestyle he once flaunted on television. A source close to the family described him as humbled and grateful, noting that prison changed not only his outlook but his entire sense of purpose. He's not thinking about fame or money anymore, the source said. He's thinking about faith, family, and forgiveness. The public reaction to Todd's FaceTime call has been intense, with supporters flooding social media with messages of encouragement. Many praised him for acknowledging Trump's role and expressing gratitude openly. Others pointed out the poetic irony of two reality stars, one from politics and the other from entertainment, finding common ground in redemption. Regardless of opinion, the moment undeniably marked a powerful cultural intersection, one where fame, faith, and forgiveness collided in a way that only America's celebrity landscape could produce. As Todd looks ahead, his plans appear focused on rebuilding both his public image and his personal life. He has hinted at returning to television, but this time with a more grounded, faith-based approach that reflects the lessons he learned behind bars. In interviews, family members have shared that Todd now spends much of his time in prayer and family discussions about how to use their platform for good. The conversation with Trump, they say, served as a reminder that grace can come from unexpected places and that redemption is a gift to be cherished. The story of Todd Chrisley's post-prison release and his FaceTime call with Donald Trump may have begun as a headline, but for those closest to him, it represents something far deeper, a testament to endurance, faith, and the unbreakable bond of family. For a man who once built his empire on wealth and wit, Todd now seems most proud of something simpler, surviving the storm and finding peace on the other side. As he steps back into the public eye, the world watches to see how he will use his second chance. And for the first time in years, Todd Chrisley appears ready to write his next chapter with humility, grace, and a grateful heart. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.